On Health Matters Television for Life, the fight to stay fit when faced with fattening holiday foods.
To date, I've lost like 45 pounds.
42 pounds.
How a Spokane couple teamed up to lose weight by going back to the basics.
Nice job.
How you can drop pounds too. Plus, we're in the kitchen with Chef Klink preparing calorie-friendly dishes to help you be healthy for the holidays. Right now on Health Matters.
Health Matters is made possible by our viewers, the friends of KSPS, and by Providence Healthcare.
I'm Dr. Andrew Boulay, and when my wife had a cardiac arrest, I chose Providence because I knew that everything we needed for her complex care was available, from the emergency room to radiology to the nursing staff to the specialists we needed for her care.
I'm Tammy Bowers, and I'm the director of the Children's Hospital, and when Andrew broke his arm, I chose Providence. I knew he'd received the highest level of care, and rather than being a nurse, I could just be his mom.
Good evening. I am your host, Teresa Lukens. Welcome to another edition of Health Matters. And you'll notice that things look a little different tonight. I am in the KSPS kitchen with Chef Klink. He has joined us tonight to cook some wonderful holiday dishes. We've taken some of the fat out, but left the flavor in. You're really going to enjoy some of the dishes we're cooking tonight. It is all part of our Healthy for the Holidays show. Also joining us tonight at the dinner table is our panel for tonight's program. Lynette Giesa is a registered dietitian and is a certified diabetes educator with Providence Sacred Heart Medical Center. She works in outpatient nutrition services. Ryan Height is with U District PT. He has a doctorate in physical therapy from Eastern Washington University and also is a certified personal trainer. Claudia Mywald is with the Center for Kootenai Behavioral Health, and she is the director of that program. And I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. We've got some great food coming your way. We want to talk about basically just keeping you healthy during the holiday season, trying not to get into those bad habits that we often fall into. And really, I think, Chef Klink, it's all about, we don't want to sacrifice those traditions when it comes to Thanksgiving and Christmas and all the holidays that we do celebrate.
You know, keeping the flavor in is so important because when we eat, that's what we're looking for. Our bodies need the fuel, but we also need the flavor so our taste buds are happy.
Yeah, when we sit down to the table during a holiday, we want what mom fixed, what grandma fixed, what Aunt Betty fixed, you know, those traditions.
Sure, and they don't have to be laden with fat. They don't have to have those things that we don't need. And we're going to show how to do that tonight and put lots of flavor in it.
All right, let's get started with our first dish, which is going to be
a pumpkin soup. So the pumpkin we grew it on our little farm, Mirepoix Farms. And so I actually nurtured it from its stage all the way up. And so it's an honor to be able to cook that tonight for everyone. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there.
Which growing your own food just makes it more special.
Well, it does.
To begin with.
And you know, as a chef, you always want to have those great items that you can't always find. And so I kind of went about and said, hey, I want to find these items and grow them at my house. And so it's been a lot of fun, and we're growing, and we're actually growing as a company. So got the pan heated up, got a little olive oil in there. I'm going to chop an onion. One of the things that is really important to do when you're cooking is to get your pan warm, put your oil in there first. And I use extra virgin olive oil, nice and green. Oh, a little warm, I'm gonna pull that off. We want it to be nice and hot, so when we put those items in there, we hear you'll hear a sear. And that's how you know the pan's nice and hot. Otherwise, you're just stewing it. Even though we're making a soup, we don't want to stew those great flavors out of our items.
So you're going to see maybe just a little bit of smoke coming off that oil?
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
I started to see it. I pulled it to the side. I don't want it to be like over the top. I don't want that oil to sear up because we get that off flavor, and we don't want that. We want those wonderful flavors from fresh, good, clean food.
And of course, we want to include our panel in the discussion tonight while we're cooking. Thanks so much for being here, all of you with your expertise. Lynette, talk about, as Chef Klink is starting to prepare the soup, how our plate should look when we sit down to the holiday table. What should I be seeing on my plate again, keeping the flavor, those traditions alive, but more of something, less of another.
Certainly you want to include more vegetables, more fruits. About half your plate should be fruits and vegetables, and then a quarter of your plate grains, and the other quarter of your plate protein.
Okay, and how, are we still going with fist size?
A fist is a good measure. My fist is about a cup. So, I mean, if you have a cup of vegetables, that's a pretty good portion of vegetables. Starch is about a half a cup is a good portion. And protein about the size of the palm of your hand, or about a 3 to 4 ounce portion.
Okay, so because part of the problem is we can cook all the healthy food we want to cook, but we can still overeat.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's not a free-for-all.
It's not a free-for-all, and it certainly makes a difference what you're putting in there. Like onions are a great, somebody called last year and wanted to know the nutrition value of an onion. And nutrition in onions they're a superfood. They're high in antioxidants, phytochemicals, they've got some minerals, they've got chromium and manganese, and they've got B vitamins in them. So
and does cooking break down any of that? Are we getting the same nutritional value if we're eating it raw?
You will lose a little bit of vitamin C in the cooking process, but it's still a great food.
Okay, all right, so we've got the onions going in the pan.
Onions are in, you hear that little bit of a sizzle. There's not so much oil in the pan that it's drowned in it. It's just gonna be there as that catalyst to help that flavor. And then olive oil is not that bad for you in moderation.
Okay, maybe a couple
maybe the
tablespoons.
panelists would argue, but you know.
Olive
as long
oil
as
okay?
moderation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's one of the good fats.
It's a good fat.
Okay.
It's high in omega-3s, and it's an unsaturated fat, monounsaturated. It's a good choice.
I absolutely love it. At home, we do anything that we have to do with oil is going to be that. And if we want that butter flavor in, we just will finish the dish with it. So we get that little bit of flavor, but we cook in olive oil. So I've also done up a shallot, which some people don't use them. It's very classic French cuisine, and they have big flavor, and they're described as being pungent. They are
sort of garlicky, oniony.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Big flavor comes out of them, and I just used a couple small ones. They come looking like this, so they're in a little husk like your normal onions, and then I peel them up, and we'll have a few of these in the fridge and ready to go. So I have that. I'll put that in after I start seeing the onions become a little translucent. So I'll put those in next. Of course, the onions are chopped bigger, so they need to cook a little longer. My rule of thumb is I always put the onions in first with the oil, then I'll come back with the others. I'm leaving my garlic to the side right now because that has a higher residual sugar and it will caramelize faster.
Okay, and you don't want it to burn because garlic can get kind of bitter.
Yeah, it gets that tacky, and you don't want that at all.
Yeah, you lose that flavor that you're looking for.
And what I've done is I've got some nice organic carrots that I'm going to leave the skin on, but they've been washed thoroughly. And I had my mom help prep this with me, and one of the things I told her, I said, I'm in this rustic stage of my cooking career. I said, I really am liking the vegetables with the skin on when acceptable, and how the items look tonight. So there's going to be a little bit of that feel tonight.
Okay.
And,
so there isn't any reason we have to take the skin off?
Well, as long as it's clean, it's been scrubbed
down real
thoroughly,
good?
and rinsed. I like it in especially this dish, and we'll see what how it goes at the end and see what your thoughts are, but you won't even notice them in there.
Okay.
So it's also a time saver as well. And it's up to everybody else that's cooking it. If they want the skins off, peel them off. Some dishes I do, some dishes I don't. This one you can go without.
Okay.
So I'm just going to do just a rough chop on these.
All right. So you want about a cup?
Want about a cup.
Okay.
And now we're getting some natural sugars from the carrots, and the pumpkin, which is roasting in the oven right now, will have some sweetness to it as well. And as a cook, I always say this confuses the brain on some of those cravings. If you have some sweet items, and if I eat something that's really nutritious, it seems like I'm not craving something an hour and a half later, or I may be able to skip on dessert. And so building the flavor components and satisfying your palate, as a chef, that is most important to me.
All right, which makes perfect sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We want to encourage your phone calls tonight, too. If you have calls for Chef Klink or any of our panelists, feel free to call with your questions. The idea is to keep you healthy during the holidays, and that's why we're here tonight.
Reach under here. I'm going to grab, we've got some chicken stock, low sodium chicken stock that we have ready to go. I prefer to make my own, I don't expect everybody in the world to go out there and, butcher their own chicken and make their own stock.
Did you butcher the chicken?
No, not this one. Maybe next time. We'll just have to plan a little farther ahead.
He'll do it on set, no doubt.
It's
perfectly acceptable.
You got my brain going here. So we see that our vegetables are getting that nice translucent. We want that to cook and break down. But again, we're going to leave all the flavor in the pan, in the soup. We're not going to be pulling that out.
If I want to go vegetarian, can I use a vegetable broth also?
Absolutely. And actually, when I went out, and vegetable stocks are easy to make at home. That is something that you can pull off the internet, or just basically it's vegetables, water, and I thought about that. I thought maybe we should go vegetable with it, so the vegetarians out there. But great point, because this lends itself to be that.
Okay, terrific. And again, we're making a pumpkin soup.
So
we'd probably want to start the meal off with this.
Yes, in the wintertime, it's nice to have salad. I always like a nice salad with balsamic. I've gotten to the point where I like the balsamic syrup and even a little bit of olive oil on the side, or maybe an infused oil. And so I'm not putting as much oil as traditionally you would put. But a soup this time of year, it's so cold out right now. It's so good, it's hearty.
Way.
And this could be a meal. I mean, it's going to be hearty and
add some
flavorful.
bread, a nice whole grain bread with it or something.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And starting off a meal, Lynette, with soup also can help you sort of cut down on the rest of the food you're eating.
It can.
Yeah, it can kind of help fill you up a little so you're not going to overeat.
Cut your appetite down a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Pumpkin, very good for you too. Yeah.
So I'm going to check on the pumpkin here.
All right.
Teresa, we always talk with a lot of the clients that I work with about trying to have nutrient-dense foods. So foods that have more vegetables and those sorts of things that are high in nutrients, vitamins, minerals, those sorts of things, but lower in calorie and energy. So having those, rich nutrient foods is going to be a way to kind of keep you full without adding a ton of calorie to your diet during the holidays.
If you add those items to your diet, you'll find that you're sort of eliminating some of the other foods that maybe you shouldn't be eating. And so there's sort of a psychological thing that happens when you start doing that.
Right.
Is that by adding things to your diet, because we always think, well, deprive. I'm going to take the sugar out, I'm going to take the fat out. But in doing that,
what he's done is he's added sweet carrots and he's adding some pumpkin, which is sweet.
Yeah, so it's tricking the mind a little bit too, playing with that. So I love that.
With working with kids and working to help get nutrient-rich foods in school, one of the things we call it is stealth health. We get those items in that the kids may go, oh, yuck, if they see it. But if we're making a marinara sauce or something like that, we're getting these nutrient-rich foods in there, pureeing them up, and they just think it's, out of a can, or they don't know. It's just a beautiful red sauce.
Right.
But they're getting those vitamins.
It's a great way to hide the vegetables.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
because their palates are going to change. Later on, they may accept those vegetables more, but for kids, I love his term stealth health, sneaking some of them in, and the kids don't even know it.
So what I got is, I've got this beautiful roasted pumpkin. You can see I just got a little color on it there, and it is nice and soft. I can peel it off. This is what is referred to as a Cinderella pumpkin, and it actually is this big boy up here.
Yeah, it's a little lighter in color, isn't it?
Yep, and it's heavy meat, soft wall, so it's not great for carving, but it's great for food. It makes a wonderful pumpkin pie and being fresh, but as I hate to even ask, but could I use canned pumpkin? You could.
Yeah.
The panelists may want to shed some light on using canned over fresh, if possible, or frozen. It can be a little better, but sometimes it's hard to find frozen squash.
Yeah.
It's more of a commercial item.
Yeah, I think if it's a pure canned pumpkin,
it's a good choice. It's a good substitute. The nice thing about the whole pumpkin is he's roasting it, and that helps bring the flavor out and the sweetness out.
Absolutely.
But canned pumpkin is certainly a good substitute.
Okay. I think another thing to add to that too is a lot of times the holidays come with a whole lot of stress, right? And so sometimes going for that canned pumpkin, right, it can take some of the stress out of, well, I don't know how to roast a pumpkin. I don't know how to do this sort of thing. So I think reducing that stress can definitely help that situation.
There's a man after my own heart right there. I like this guy.
Saving the time, saving the time in the kitchen.
Exactly.
That's important too, because a lot of times what happens is is we eat bad because we don't have the time. We grab the quickest, easiest thing. So using canned is very acceptable, in my opinion, as a chef.
Right. And when we're talking about stress during the holidays, not just in cooking the meal, but in cutting down on some of those chores that we tend to add to our list, Claudia. I mean, we really do almost put that burden on ourselves. There's a lot of that going on during the holidays.
There is. We kind of have this thought about the idealized holiday season, and if we don't have the perfect meal, the perfect setting, and this is a lovely setting here, that we've somehow failed. And we have to be realistic. All the experts on stress say that one of the best ways to bust stress is to be prepared and definitely be realistic. And I love that idea of, doing things ahead or just the easy reach for the canned things can really minimize that stress.
Right. You're not going to fail your family by doing that. And I think it's mostly probably on us women, and we do tend to put that on ourselves because we do want to create the perfect holiday for our families.
Another good stress reliever is to plan ahead, to have frozen meals in the freezer and have your pantry stocked with healthy foods, fresh fruits and vegetables and whole grains, so that when you're busy you can reach for the pantry and grab something that's quick and easy.
Mm-hmm. So you sort of have that frozen food mentality, but it's your own home-cooked
It's your
frozen
own home-cooked,
food.
right. And when you make a meal, make extra so you can freeze the extra or have leftovers for another meal or take to work for lunch.
Absolutely, yeah, because now it's just my husband and I at home. The girls, my daughters are out of the house, but I still tend to cook as if there's 4 of us in the house. But I do end up with the leftovers, which is kind of nice.
Leftovers
too.
are awesome.
Yeah,
They are.
Yeah. All right, and we've got all of the pumpkin in the pan.
The pumpkin's in. I'm going to pull a little, it got a little caramelized there. I'm going to pull that off. Let that cook, and then I'm going to have you deglaze with about just a splash right now. So let's slide it over there. Just a splash. I'm going to move this over.
And this is just going to get up all of that good stuff from the bottom of the pan?
Yeah, that good stuff on the bottom. The French call it fond, F-O-N-D.
Fond.
And so
I'm fond of it.
You're fond?
Yes.
But what's wonderful about it is it has so many great flavors in it. And extracting it off the bottom of the pan and not letting it burn is so important. So I had you put a little bit in. We're going to stir it around, and then we're going to put that, we're going to turn up just a little bit because we're going to put that cold stock in there. And just a
How
second.
are we looking?
Beautiful.
I'm sort of mashing here as I'm going.
You're doing it perfect. That's exactly what needs to be done.
And Ryan, I want to get you in here too on the workout side of this, because again, during the holidays, we sort of slack off. We have other things to do. We're going to bring in a wonderful workout plan that Ryan has planned for Christmas. But how important is it just to sort of try to keep your pattern going?
Absolutely. I think the season between Thanksgiving and New Year's tends to be filled with, higher food consumption, poor food choices, all those sorts of things. One of the things that we really look at in terms of the research with, weight maintenance and weight loss is exercise is huge for that. The nutrition is, just as big of a piece, but exercise really plays a giant role for people to help maintain their weight and to keep their weight off that they've lost. So just doing anything, simple daily activities that you can do, going for a walk, or in the winter, there's a bunch of great things that you can do in the Northwest here, just in terms of, go for a snowshoe hike or cross-country skiing or downhill skiing. There's lots of different options to take advantage of in the winter here too, during the holiday season.
Are we still too much of a slave to the scale? I mean, because obviously if you're working out and you're lifting some weights and you're doing all of that, I know I get on the scale and I'm a little shocked by the number, but my pants are looser. So I think I'm doing something right.
Yeah. I think the scale should be taken as one number. It's one piece of the equation. And, the other things to look at too are, how you feel, what you're able to do during your day, your pant size, all those kinds of things, blood pressure, all those different markers that we use.
Bring
in terms
them all
of health.
into the mix.
You bring all those together to come up with a profile of how you're doing. I think that a lot of times we do get really excited about the scale numbers, but really health is much bigger than just that number on the scale.
Yeah. Explain BMI, because I know that comes into play, your body mass index.
Yeah, so body mass index is a simple number to calculate that we use a lot in research and those sorts of things. It's based on your height and your weight. And, as we put out different ideal weights and ideal body composition sorts of things, a lot of times we'll use BMI. For the general population, BMI is a decent indicator of where you should be in terms of your weight based on your height. Where that can be a little bit tricky is if you have people with more muscle mass or less muscle mass, that maybe isn't the best indicator. Again, I think it's one tool that we use along with multiple other things to determine health.
Well, I think this is a good time. We want to introduce you to a couple, because we know that during the holidays, trying to eat healthy and do better during the holidays isn't always the case. Sometimes you do put on a few pounds over the holiday season, but you don't have to wait until the new year actually to resolve getting into shape. As a Spokane couple found out, all it takes really is a commitment to taking that first step. Dave and Marion Fisher knew they needed to lose weight.
Fat and out of shape, and needed to get there if we expected to make it to retirement.
I've been overweight on and off for most of my life.
So at the ages of 61 and 59, they decided to try boot camp as a couple. The goal? Give it 6 months.
I'm not necessarily a group sports team person, but I've been a little surprised at the motivation with that.
In less than a year, the Fishers lost close to 90 pounds. They credit their success to pairing up.
When one of us doesn't feel like going that night, the other one steps in and says, yeah, we're going.
They also like the basics of boot camp.
Push weights across the room, you sit-ups, push-ups.
After years of yo-yo weight loss, the Fishers believe the pounds are off for good.
I think it's more of a lifestyle change.
That means incorporating exercise everywhere they go.
Most of these exercises I can do in a hotel room or taking the stairs instead of the elevator.
And realizing that you don't need fancy equipment to get fit.
You don't need anything. So street, it works fine.
Just a good attitude and someone by your side.
We do it together, we have fun.
Nice. Good work, you guys. Hey, nice job. Good work.
That is wonderful. I'm a huge fan, a huge proponent of the buddy system. Yeah. It seems to work. And in fact, I've been working out with my friend Sherry now for 10 years or something like that. And we actually use a tip now that you gave us last year, Ryan. And then when I asked you last year, I said, should I be lifting weights? Should I be doing more cardio? And I said, I have about an hour during the evenings to work out. And you said, split it in half. And ever since then, we do 30 minutes of cardio and 30 minutes of weights. Yeah. And it's made a huge difference.
Yeah, and it's important. A lot of times people tend to fall in and do what they're good at, right? So if I'm good at cardio, I tend to do more cardio. If I'm good at weights, I tend to do more weights. And you really do need the combination of both, especially, as we age through lifespan. A lot of times we start to miss one of those pieces, and it becomes an important factor in our health to be able to keep both of those going. And
cardio is going to give us more of that instant burn, where the weights are going to give us that afterburn, correct?
Correct. If you're talking in terms of calories and weight loss, the cardiovascular exercise is really important for burning a lot of calories during the time that you're doing the activity. When you do strength training, you tend to promote muscle mass and improve muscle mass, which in turn will increase the amount of calories that you're going to burn throughout the rest of the day.
All right, I love it. All right, we're going to get started on our second recipe. Our soup is basically done, our pumpkin soup.
Soup is done.
Yeah?
We'll puree it up. So I always get asked the question, well, what happens if I don't have that tool in the kitchen? So this is one tool you can use. You can also use a food processor.
Okay.
That works really well.
Do it in small batches if you do that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But I want to introduce you to my little friend. This is what, we refer to this as Thor. Yeah. So.
What size pot does that go in?
Well, it's the scale is a little off, but
I'm going to end up with pumpkin facial if I.
In all seriousness, you don't have to puree the whole thing.
You make cement with that thing, don't you?
All right, so we'll put this bad boy away, and actually you can serve it a little rustic. Like as I said, I'm really into the rustic.
Yeah.
But you can make it nice and smooth, and you could call it a bisque. So we're just going to put this together. Last thing, put about half that in there.
All right.
And that is Greek, low-fat, 2% Greek yogurt.
All right.
Yep, just put it right in there.
Not sour cream.
Not sour cream. And it's not the high-fat Greek yogurt.
Oh, it smells really
good. There we go,
good.
perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Let's just stir that in.
That's going to give us our creaminess.
Yep, and that's give it a little richness.
Yum.
A little protein in there. And I'm going to have you help me.
All right, I will.
Let's
Yeah, I can
dish
serve
these
the
up.
panel here.
Put the plate there. And I got a little garnish over here, simply just some chopped sage and a little bit of chopped green onion.
Okay.
And then with that extra little
Little
dollop,
dollop?
little teeny dollop just for the contrast
Okay.
of color. And then we've got this beautiful, flavorful, easy soup.
Just a little garnish there. Wonderful. Let's go ahead. I'll take this down to Claudia.
Thank you very
See,
much.
I'm your host in so many ways tonight.
Very lovely, thank you.
All right, we got 2 more here. There we go.
All right.
You want to put
And
a
what's
little
the
dot?
second recipe we're going to
The
tackle?
second recipe we're going into is a roasted vegetable stuffing. So what we've done is taken vegetables and cut our bread down and done more flavorful, nutrient rich with the veggies. There we go. I didn't want to forget any garnishes
All
on
right,
anybody.
beautiful.
Perfect.
All right,
I'm going to start
soup is
as you
on.
deliver. I'm going to start going into our roasted vegetable stuffing.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Looks good.
Okay, I'll let you guys try that.
Thank you.
So the roasted vegetable stuffing is a great way to cut down on the fat in traditional stuffings that are stuffed with sausage and high-fat ingredients.
And the carbs in the bread, which sort of carbs. What do carbs do in our body?
Well, you know,
Lynette, they
carbs
sort
are-
of turn to sugar, don't
Well,
they?
they do turn to sugar,
Certain
but they're our
kinds?
body's source of energy. So carbs are a good food in moderation.
Okay, and making sure we're getting the whole grains and
We certainly
and
want
not
the whole grains for the fiber,
All
and
right.
they're slower burning.
Okay.
I think Lynette brings up a good point too. I think carbs have gotten a bad rap in our
Well,
society.
we like to tag foods, don't we?
Yeah, and you know, especially in terms of workouts, the body's primary source of energy for workouts is carbohydrates. So I think timing your nutrient intake throughout your day appropriately, so that if you are going to have some of those whole grain carbohydrates, those sorts of things, that it happens in timing prior to a workout, where you're able to fuel your body for that exercise. And that's the best way to put that into your.
What
into
should
your
I
diet.
eat post-workout?
You know, post-workout, you want to have a good blend of protein and carbohydrate to, you know, refuel the muscles that you've deplenished, and be able to restock those up for the workout, you know, if you're working out the following day or whatnot. We usually say that, you know, within that first 30 minutes after a workout, we try to get some form of healthy carbohydrate and healthy lean protein into the system to be able to help the recovery process.
So like a Greek yogurt would be a combination
Absolutely.
of a healthy protein and a healthy
Absolutely.
carbohydrate. Or like maybe some wheat thins and some low-fat cheese.
You bet. Yeah.
I like the way you both think.
This is delicious.
Oh, good. Yeah, they're
wonderful.
enjoying the
Fabulous.
soup very much.
Good.
Claudia, let's talk. You know, when it comes to the holidays, it can be a really difficult time for people who have perhaps lost a loved one recently, or this is the first holiday coming up on
Yes.
Thanksgiving that they're going to spend without that relative. Even divorce can come into play. What do we need to do to support our family members who are going through something like that? And what do people who are going through it need to remember about the holiday season?
Well, a couple of things. Experts who work in this area of grieving and helping people who are grieving say that there's really no one single way or right way or wrong way to handle the grief. And so one of the big things is trying not to isolate, you know, participating in activities, but, you know, kind of pacing yourself too. If you're at a holiday gathering, just know that, you know, there may be some triggers there. You may want to, even for the actual holiday itself, you know, hold on to some of those traditions or create some new traditions. And it's okay to show some emotions, you know, if that's what's happening for you at that point in time, but making sure that you have some support there too.
Well, and some people may try to numb the pain by drinking a
Yes.
little bit more than they should,
Right.
and that this time of year again, it's social, but it can get out of hand.
And looking at those healthy coping strategies, you know, for whatever is going on, and just, you know, even normal holiday stress that some of us experience with just having too much on our plate, so to speak, at this time of the year. The things that you're talking about with exercise, just even taking that short walk, you know, can be a really big
Some
bonus.
fresh air, get
air,
outside, take a walk.
Absolutely. But, you know, grieving can be a hard thing. And there is no right or wrong way to choose to do that, except be careful about, overindulging in the alcohol. That's really, really important.
All right. All right, what do we have going in the pan?
All right, so what I'm doing, a pan roasted vegetable. Easy, put it on a sheet pan, throw it in the oven with a little bit of olive oil on your veggies, and that would take it off your stove if you can. Today we're just doing it right here.
Okay.
I've got parsnips, I've got carrots, and I've got red onions, fresh thymes in there. I've got some fresh sage, because what's stuffing without sage and thyme? That's that smell of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's Thanksgiving right there. Do you stuff the bird, or do you cook your stuff?
No.
I don't stuff my bird.
No, it's better not to, because
Okay.
you're worried about the internal temperature, and in order to get that internal temperature above 165 degrees, which will kill any chances of salmonella, you have to overcook your bird. So if you cook your stuffing separately, and a lot of people say, but the flavor's not there. Well, you can build the flavor and keep your family safe. Because a lot of people, go, oh, why did I have a stomachache? Well,
That could be something to do with it, yeah. Plus, your bird's going to cook a little faster because it's not stuffed.
Right.
So you're going to get dinner on the table in a timely fashion.
And I get that question a lot: is how do I roast a bird without it, without me stressing out that it's going to get done? Get yourself an internal temperature. They call them biotherms. You stick them right in. They're digital. It tells you.
Mine talks to me.
Oh, there you go. You got a talking one.
I do. I love it.
But I think there's even apps out there and stuff. I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
But this is a great way to do it here, and put it on the side. That's exactly what we did. Now we've got one in the oven going, so we're just going to show our viewers.
And what are you using for your bread?
This is a whole wheat seasoned breadcrumb. What I like to do is, these were dried without any, or cooked without any oil, just to toast them a little bit low and long in the oven. That's what I prefer to do. A lot of times you'll see that they soak them in oil, and then
I want everybody to see how it's beautiful. I mean, it really is.
They're not greasy. They're flavorful already before we even put the good stuff in.
Okay.
And
again, cutting down on the stress. Can I go to the packaged bread cubes?
Yeah, of course you can. Just be careful of what you're getting, and be careful that to know and read the label of what's in that bread, because that's a very important thing. And there's some breads out there that have some sneaky things that you don't want in your body, in my opinion.
All right.
So I put celery in last. It's full of water, but what celery also does is it's a natural sodium, so you don't have to add the salt into your dish. It's going to be there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's flavor enhancer. Yeah, and one of the things is we're going to use parsley in one of the upcoming dishes here just in a minute, and that parsley will add as a flavor enhancer as well. And
it's not just a garnish.
It's not just a garnish. It needs to be in your food, and it's good for you.
Okay.
All right, so I've got a couple eggs cut. We've got our stock going. I'm just going to put this over the top. And if you want to toss that up, and we'll add just a little bit of stock as you're doing that.
It's really pretty. I don't know if I'm tossing right here. How am I doing?
You're doing good. You're doing good. We're gonna put some more on it. We want it nice and
You want that bread
wet.
to really be saturated, don't you?
Right, but notice I'm using the vegetable or the chicken stock, and this could be used as a vegetable stock as well, to make it vegetarian safe. Last year we did that for my mother-in-law. She loved it. She's a vegetarian, and it's very simple. But I was inspired by this recipe by some friends of ours from South Africa, and this is a traditional dish that they do, and they brought it to our house for Thanksgiving multiple years. So we're going to put a couple eggs in there.
That's going to bind everything
just
together?
Just a little bit, yep. 2 whole eggs. Now you could pull the yolks out, but we're not adding any butter. We're not adding extra fat. That's our fat, and I believe that a little bit's okay. I'm going to put some gloves on.
I was going to say, you're going to get right in there.
Actually, you want to get in there?
Sure, I can get in there.
Okay, and I'm going to go check the check the one in the oven here.
Okay. This is the fun part about being in the kitchen, is getting right into the food here. And this is going to serve, this looks like we're serving, I don't know, 6 people?
6 to 8.
Okay, 6 to 8 with this recipe. By the way, all of Chef Klink's recipes are going to be posted on our website at ksps.org. You'll just want to click on Health Matters, and all of our tips and wonderful recipes will be posted there, because you're going to want to try these. The soup's already gone over. Oh, look, they've cleaned their soup bowls.
There we go. All right, and I'm just going to use a little spray oil.
Okay.
Instead of wiping it down with butter, which some people do, that whole butter, it's eliminated. It's almost nil on the fat content there.
I think I got
just
her.
right in there. We're going to put that in the oven so we can have it after the show. Be ready?
Sounds great.
Ours is ready to go right now.
Okay.
There we go.
Right into the pan.
Perfect. Beautiful.
All right.
Are you sure you didn't read the recipe before?
I did not.
All right.
right. And then we've got our
a
finished product here.
And it's nice and warm. So
it smells really good.
Our panel
I wish we had smell-o-vision.
Yeah. You know what's funny is this is something I did on camera one time, and I got questioned on, was why I put saran wrap and then the foil on top.
Yeah.
Well,
did you put it in the oven that
yes,
way?
And if you make it tight enough and you put it on, it makes a complete seal. So it will steam those vegetables because they were only par cooked, and it will take it, and then right at the end you just pull it off and let it caramelize and brown up.
We're all mouths agape.
What temperature?
Basically up to 500 as long as you get it nice and tight, and then the foil's on top. It works as a barrier.
And it doesn't melt or affect the food.
Doesn't melt or affect the food.
Wow.
And what it does...
If you take home anything from tonight, that is it right there.
And one of the things is if you work with a product that has acid, sometimes you see the foil kind of melts into the acid. That really scares me. So
color.
I would rather have that plastic and keep that aluminum out of my food.
I didn't either. I've been cooking for a long time. Let me get rid of this. All right, we're going to serve this up. Then we've got, we're going to try to get 2 more recipes in here. So what's our third one going to be?
Our next one is going to be a zucchini bake. Oh, no, let's do the stuffed mushrooms.
Okay.
The zucchini bake's pretty easy. So what we'll do is we'll put that recipe out anyways.
Which would be like an appetizer then, or something you'd want to put out for hors d'oeuvres.
So we'll cover all of it. We'll just put a little bit on here for them.
Okay, guys, your next courses are coming.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Look at me.
Hey, don't drop it.
I know. Wouldn't that
wonderful.
be cute? All right.
Looks good.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so stuffed mushrooms.
Stuffed mushrooms. So we've pre-rinsed and dried our mushrooms, and we're just going to pop the top. And for a time, we're not going to go through all of them because I got some already started that are beautiful and ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to peel these. We're going to take the stems. We're going to put them in here. We're going to pulse them. And the French call it duxelles. We're going to make this beautiful mushroom mix, and we'll saute it in the pan. And
see, I would have just tossed it.
Yeah,
I would have gotten rid of that.
This can make a good stock too.
Yeah.
You could put it in the water and have mushroom stock.
That part can be a little woody if you just eat
absolutely. It's not good to eat, and so I always get rid of it. But
you're using the whole thing,
right? And this is another simple dish. We're using a little bit of cream cheese and Italian seasoning, which we'll put in there.
And if I really wanted to cut down, could I go low fat
low
on the
fat,
cream cheese?
yes, absolutely. And this is a low fat cream cheese.
Okay.
So I wanted to keep real what we were doing, real with what our viewers are seeing. So we're gonna pull them apart like that. We're gonna make our stuffing in the cream cheese, and then take our sautéed mushrooms with onions and shallots and garlic, and we're gonna stuff in them, and we're gonna get these absolutely gorgeous. They need just another minute.
Very good.
Fabulous.
Wonderful.
Yeah, very good.
The nice thing about the celery is it adds a little bit of crispness and flavor.
You notice he added no salt either to that
To
that
and
dish.
a cup of celery is only 80 milligrams of sodium. So even if you're on a low sodium diet, it's still a good addition.
Sort of, would be considered like a healthy sodium then because it's a vegetable?
Well, it's low. It's considered anything less than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving is low sodium. And it's only 80 milligrams for a whole cup. So that's like 2 servings.
Okay. And you like
the
it?
Flavor is wonderful. You know, just the right amount of spices and crispness and wonderful.
Without
texture.
adding the sausage and all those things we tend to add in because we think we need them.
Right.
We need to change our way of thinking.
So I would like to serve for my guests when they come on something nice, and a pedestal makes it look bigger, and then you're not having to cook twice as much to get that same size look. And we're just gonna put a few on there, but I'll let you do that, and I'm gonna go get plates so our panelists can taste those.
All right.
Those are one of my absolute favorites. That's
These
my
are really pretty.
My wife's recipe. They're extraordinary.
They're really pretty too. I mean, they make a nice presentation.
We put a little bit of Parmesan cheese in there and another egg to help bind that mushroom mix, and with the cream cheese. Remember, you're putting those mushrooms back in, so you're not putting as much of the cream cheese, even with low fat. It's not in there. You're filling it with veggies, nutrient-rich, as our panel said.
There he goes again.
Stealth health. And so let's put some on the plates. Put a couple on there.
All right. And Ryan has come up with, I think this is genius. I think it's absolutely genius. Because again, we kind of get derailed by the holidays with everything we have to do, but if you can keep the workout in, you're going to just stay healthier. So Ryan has come up with the 12 days of Christmas workout. Sort of explain how this works a little bit.
Yeah, so essentially this is a workout that you could complete one of two ways. You could, if you wanted to, as kind of an intro step to it, you could do the first day on day 1, and then on day 2 you could do numbers 1 and 2, and then on day 3 do 1, 2, and 3. Just like you'd sing the 12 Days of Christmas song. On the first day you do 1, on the second day you do 1 and 2, and so on and so forth. If you're really a go-getter, you could try to do all 12 rounds all the way through it as you go.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at that.
Sounds great.
Let's watch the 12 Days of Christmas workout. On the 12th round of the workout, here's what you'll do. Skip in place, 11 staggered squats, 10 side bridge hip-ups, 9 dumbbell rows, 8 jumping jacks, 7 wide and narrow squats, 6 dumbbell crossover punches, 5 supermans, 4 alternating leg up, 3 T pushes ups, 2 leg lunges, and run a flight of stairs. To that. I was trying to stay in the festive mode by singing. I apologize, but that is a great idea. So by the time I'm done with, when I get through the 12 days, I should be doing all of that.
Right, you're doing all 12 rounds of that. So, and you know, all of those exercises are on the KSPS website. So you can go there and reference that.
Yeah, because we kind of went through them kind of quickly.
Yeah, if you want to go back through it, so they're all up there. You can take a look at that, and of course, if you have questions, you can always send us an email too. So we'd be happy to help you.
And then we should be doing the amount suggested or at our own pace.
Yeah, so you know, it's always good to listen to your body as if you're starting an exercise program, you always want to kind of listen to your body and ease your way into things. Like I said, it is. As a beginner, you could start with just doing an exercise on each day, and then if it's not your first time doing something like this, then you could go through all 12 rounds of it in your first go. So
because then after the first of the year, when we all jump into those New Year's resolutions, we're going to see you because we're going to need some physical therapy too, because maybe we've done too much.
Yeah.
So it's again a good idea to pace. Lynette, we spoke about alcohol sort of being a crutch for people who might be wanting to dull the pain during the holidays, but it's also calorie laden too, isn't it?
It is calorie laden. You figure a 5-ounce glass of wine is 125 calories. So an ounce of hard liquor is about 100 calories, and then you add soda to that at 150 calories for 12 ounces. You can rack up the calories very quickly, and liquids go down easy, so you don't even feel full after drinking liquids, and you can rack
and you're
up.
Socializing, you're forgetting, I'm on my 3rd glass of wine, or, and into 300 and some calories at that point. You haven't even sat down to the table.
Right. And a good idea is to alternate. If you have a cocktail, have a glass of water, or have a spritzer with a squeeze of lemon or lime in it.
Yeah, that was a great suggestion from last year. I love that.
I really like that suggestion, Lynette, to alternate between having an alcoholic drink versus, having a drink of water. Because one of the things, in just terms of safety at the holidays and going to holiday parties where there is going to be alcohol and sometimes you have that extra drink, being safe when you're leaving the party.
Right.
And making sure that you have a designated driver. And if you're hosting a party, also making sure that you're not leaving people go home or get in the car. Call a taxi, offer them to stay overnight, those kinds of safety things.
Such a good reminder, yeah.
Yeah, there's 1,000 deaths every year between Thanksgiving and New Year's related to drunk driving in our country. So just a little safety reminder there that is not so little.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, we are starting dish number 3. 4. I can't count. 4.
Well, you made me think.
Keeping you on your toes here.
Very simple. This one takes a little more time, but I did one ahead of time, so I made sure that we had the time.
Okay.
Your eyes kind of looked at me like, oh, you're running out of time.
I'm good.
No, we've got it. Our panel will get to taste this, but we're going to walk through. And I like this because you can really make it pretty and put your own spin on it. And so what I'm doing is I've got organic, beautiful zucchini.
Okay.
And crookneck. We're lucky enough to have fresh
And this
vegetables
is a
year-round.
zucchini bake. Is what we're
Zucchini
doing.
bake,
Okay.
yep. And so, actually, this is so simple, and you wouldn't have to take the time to, decorate it too much. Just put it in layers like you would a lasagna. So I'm just going to show you what I did on the show plate, as we would say in industry, is I took a little bit of both of the zucchinis, and I just shingled them like that, and I
Okay.
put them around the edge, a little spray oil in there. Then we're going to put in just a little bit of pizza cheese, and it's called pizza blend cheese. That's all it is. It's got a little mozzarella, a little cheddar. We got some fresh grated Parmigiano, and we're going to put Italian seasoning and a little garlic powder. That's it. You don't even have to
Really?
chop. You don't
And
even
then
have to
it
chop
bakes?
these. And it bakes, and it comes out of the oven looking as beautiful.
Well, nobody's going to be able to eat that at my house. It's too pretty.
And we got this nice, beautiful baked. I got the
that looks
cheese.
great.
There's not as much cheese on there as it looks. And we did that spray oil, so there's no extra oil in there. We've got the green onion tops on there. We have, of course, the squash and the Italian and the Italian seasoning and garlic powder, which most people have in their cupboards at home. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
So let's dish that up.
All right.
If you want to use
Sure,
that one there.
absolutely.
And I'm going to go clear a plate from
And
the panel if I'm able
We're
to.
stacking them up over there.
No,
So
this is so
we'll
wonderful.
get them cleared out. But one of the traditional dishes at a lot of people's houses is the green bean casserole. This would be an excellent replacement, or maybe an addition.
Okay. Get those extra vegetables. In my opinion, if you get the vegetables out there and you get those nutrient-rich foods on the table, you're going to have people eat them. And having that encouragement of them in front of them. And if you got children and working with kids almost every day about eating good, healthy, clean food, just exposing them to it and having them take a bite or two. It will change their world.
Oh, absolutely.
And one of the things that's great about this is if you have it at home, which I feel very, very lucky that I do, is some fresh basil on top for some green.
So easy to grow. You could have a pot of basil in your windowsill all year round.
That's where
Yeah.
our stuff is. I'm going to sneak
Yeah.
around you. Boom, right there. Look at that.
Okay. All right. Let's get these going.
And I'll follow you.
So
Oh,
great.
look
How
at
long
that.
did you bake this?
That was 350 degrees. And I always say until it's done.
I don't know where the busboy is.
The 350 degrees, and it's about 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes, till they just start to get soft. You don't want them to get mushy. You want them to have.
Because there's a lot of moisture in zucchini.
There is, and
Yeah.
that's why you don't need all the oil in there either. You've got the cheese for your little bit of your oil, but you can see as it baked, we kept it al dente to the tooth, and still got a wonderful, beautiful product.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Now you have an 8-year-old daughter, right?
Almost eight.
Almost
She's
eight.
almost
She's in
eight.
the studio with us tonight. You try out the recipes on her?
Yes,
Yeah?
and when I said that we were doing these recipes tonight, pumpkin soup, she was like, oh, I can't wait. She loves it. And when I said we're doing stuffed mushrooms, she's like, oh, we have those on the holidays. The zucchini bake, we just had it a few weeks ago. We eat it all the time. It's absolutely beautiful, wonderful, and flavorful. And kids that are exposed to it, they appreciate that. And they're super tasters. Their taste
Do you
buds
have her
just-
in the kitchen cooking too?
Oh yeah, she is right alongside. Actually, while we were doing this, she was washing dishes, and she was a part of this whole prep so we could come in tonight. So she had to kind of see the fruits of her labor and how hard of work she was in. I kept her up a little late last night doing this.
Oh, Dad.
I know.
Dad.
Her mom was out of town, so I didn't get in too much trouble. So.
All right, reviews on the zucchini.
Wonderful.
Yeah?
You know, and I just want to make a comment that all the ingredients here are very reasonable on a budget. You
That's
know,
an excellent point.
and
Excellent point.
I'm
yeah.
thinking, it tastes gourmet, but I'm looking at, the possible cost of this, and it's pretty low cost.
Yeah.
But it tastes wonderful and it's healthy.
Easily accessible at the grocery
Easily.
store, or if you
Yes.
if you do grow
And
your
easy
own.
to make.
Yeah, and all these items were bought at a local grocery store. I didn't have to source any items. I didn't have to go out and search for them. They were right there available last night on the way home. And so when I'm cooking at home, I'm not doing extravagant food. I'm doing good, healthy, clean, flavorful food. For me, it's all about the flavor. And a lot of people that knew me before, and I think years ago when we first filmed together, I was a lot heavier. And so for me, working in the schools and being part of that movement of getting kids to get up and be active and being involved in their food and the food process of eating and right down to the manners is so important to our daily life.
Yeah, getting us back at the table.
Right, and I had to be that person that showed that it could be done.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we talked briefly about the affordability, and money's another stressor.
It certainly is.
During the holidays.
Absolutely.
Because we want to, again, build that up, and, you know, we want everybody to be happy and more gifts and more food. And
you know, in looking at holiday stress, that's probably one of the major stressors that people experience is the financial piece. And given where people are economically right now, it's probably a good idea to start those conversations with family about really how much of a budget we can set this year and what can we spend. And you know, going back to some of the basics with holidays, I think is really fun. I think of some of my most cherished gifts, and it's the ones that people have made for me. You know, I really enjoy getting a plate of cookies from someone or a craft that someone has made. It doesn't have to be extravagant and very expensive.
yeah,
You know, to have
something from
to
the
have
heart
meaning.
just means so
Absolutely.
much to people.
But setting that budget, I think, before we start on Black Friday, and you know,
We
I
can
just
start on Thanksgiving now with some of the
Exactly,
stores
you
that are
know.
opening. It's crazy.
But you know, setting that budget ahead of time can make a big difference. And I just read this interesting tip that if you're an impulse buyer like me, and you're shopping, to place that item in the cart for 20 minutes while you're looking at other things, and if you still really feel that you need that item at the end of 20 minutes, then think what you're going to cut out of the rest of your budget. So, you know, thinking in those terms so that, you know, those of us who are impulse buyers don't blow the budget, because the real stress sets in come January, February, March. I know people who are still paying off last Christmas, and just what that does to the budget all year, and the stress on the family.
Yeah, the whole idea is just to really get back to the basics and
Yes.
you know, have a nice holiday without all of that.
And enjoy. Have have that nice meal and have that. I have one last thing that I'd like
absolutely.
to interject.
Let's do it.
So this is going to be a stress taker offer and a way to.
The
now
technical
this
term.
looks totally. This looks totally crazy.
Oh my
but
gosh.
We've got gourmet chocolate bars, and of course you wouldn't want to just give one to each person. But
giant size.
so that there's lots of different flavors there. These are imported. I believe they're right around $6 a bar. And if you've got 12 people, it's always fun to bring out candy bars.
just sort of start
and break
breaking
it
it
up.
into
and you eat
pieces
less
and-
if you have a nice dark chocolate. And
So do you not do pie at your house then?
well, we do. But what we do a lot of times is, like, if we're having a family dinner, we will bring out a chocolate, and we pass it around, and we don't go through that much. It's just that satisfying bite.
Exactly, because just
So-
a couple of squares is all you need, really.
Yeah, and I've got one right here that's got almonds. It's got.
And we're hearing that great news about nuts. It just came out in the news yesterday, today.
Yeah.
About how nutritious they are.
Great source of nutrition, high in fiber. There's some protein, healthy fats. There's some good vitamins and minerals in there.
Yeah, we need to eat more nuts.
And this also has cranberries and ginger in for the holidays.
yeah.
So kind of fun. And what I like to do is you bring it out and you say, oh, here's dessert. And you just break it up. And having a nice platter or something to put it on is wonderful. But if you're savages like we are, you just have this beautiful chocolate. It's a beautiful dark chocolate with all those wonderful items in there.
Nice.
And so I'm going to keep that one for myself. But I'm going to pass the bag around for everybody else.
What will
Like
your
breaking
Thanksgiving
bread
look
when we're
like?
breaking chocolate.
Well,
As
our-
far as the table and the food that you serve.
Well, it's really interesting because this year we're going to my in-laws' house, and it's always it started off. My mom always did this wonderful, beautiful Thanksgiving with this certain turkey. She passed that on to my wife, and it's always been about this whole ceremony of cooking and eating and spending time with each other. And this year we're going to do that. We're just doing it at somebody else's. So we took a little pressure off us this year.
Yeah, not
And
a bad thing.
No, it's a wonderful thing. So I'm looking forward to that. A little different.
You're not cooking.
I will.
was
I'll do
gonna
whatever
say,
they tell me to do.
You're not going to be able to stay out of the kitchen.
But the thing is, I think my wife this year is going, oh my gosh, I don't have to do the bird. I don't have to go through those processes. So that was a stress taker off, but that's also given her a little stress, I think, too. But don't let her know I
Yeah,
said
well,
that.
you take the control away from us, we get a little freaked out, you know. But Claudia, that's a good point. You know, spread the tradition around. Have it at somebody else's house.
Absolutely.
Every year, and take the pressure off.
You know, sometimes we have almost too much of a good thing during the holidays because we tend to try to fit it in within 2 weeks, all the visiting, and it's almost you're going every night to somebody else's home. And trying to spread that out a little more can de-stress us a bit. And again, all the wonderful ideas that we've shared about cooking ahead and those kinds of things can really help relieve that stress. But trying to spread out that and not have those real high expectations, keeping it simple. And I love your idea.
And release some of, the chocolate bar is a brilliant idea. But releasing, you know, we do tend to, women especially, again, tend to be kind of control freaks. Release some of that. Give some of the responsibilities to your husband or your kids.
Absolutely, and you know, that can be a wonderful holiday tradition in itself, is everybody having a part or a role in the meal. I know in my family, we all have our roles of what we prepare, and that kind of makes it fun. You know, that special time in the kitchen and bonds people together, inviting neighbors, you know, those things can really make a holiday special.
Right.
Let's sort of, you know, let's go around the panel and just kind of say what, you know, some final thoughts on the holidays and the cooking side of it, and, you know, getting through it and making it a special time rather than a stressful time, and getting the nutrition we want.
Yeah, I love the comment about keep it simple, spread it out, let other people share. Even if you have somebody that's interested in food and maybe they're just learning, give them the recipe, have them. These recipes are posted on the website. People take them, use them, and share them. So everybody can be part of that. And spending time in the kitchen, that is, for me, is more important than the food itself when it gets to the table. And having it be healthy and good and making people happy that's what the holidays are about for us.
That's where you're going to create those great memories.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. And Lynette?
Yeah, you know, there's like 3 things that I'd send people home with, and one is to plan ahead like we talked about, and keep a healthy pantry, keep some healthy foods in the refrigerator, in the freezer. Get plenty of sleep. Try to get 7 to 8 hours sleep every night. Sleep deprivation increases your appetite, it increases your stress level. And then try to fit in some physical activity. Physical activity decreases the stress hormones, and stress hormones increase fat deposition and increase your desire to eat. So sleep, exercise, and eat healthy will help you through the holidays.
Excellent. Ryan?
Yeah, I want to, you know, piggyback on the exercise comment. I think that exercise is such a huge role during that holiday season, and whether it's going to an exercise class, whether it is just going for a walk, or whether it means taking the stairs at work, I think anything you can do to increase your activity is important. The other piece is limit your portion size. Try to go smaller on plates, smaller on glasses.
All right. Eat slower. Put the fork down once in a while.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes the holiday season can be difficult for some people. I just encourage people to reach out for help, reach out to their spiritual community, reach out to their neighbors and friends and family. I think that's really important, to know that there are others who care and will help.
Well, thank you all. Thanks so much. It was a wonderful show, some wonderful recipes and tips to get through the holidays. A quick reminder, you can find Chef Klink's holiday recipes on our website, as well as Ryan Height's 12 Days of Christmas Workout. I swear I don't sing during this one. So go to ksps.org and click on Health Matters. And that is going to do it for this show. Join us in December on the 19th when our topic will be arthritis. I'm Teresa Lukens. Thanks so much for watching. Happy holidays.
Health Matters is made possible by our viewers, the Friends of KSPS, and by Providence Healthcare.
I'm Dr. Andrew Boulay, and when my wife had a cardiac arrest, I chose Providence because I knew that everything we needed for her complex care was available, from the emergency room to radiology to the nursing staff to the specialists we needed for her care.
I'm Tammy Bowers, and I'm the director of the Children's Hospital. And when Andrew broke his arm, I chose Providence. I knew he'd received the highest level of care, and rather than being a nurse, I could just be his mom.